Hey, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Active Hour podcast. I am Praneeth and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to talk about the world of strength training. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced lifter, this episode will provide you with valuable insights into the benefits, misconceptions, and the best practices for strength training. So, grab your headphones and let's get started. We're going to talk about 12 different segments today in this episode. The first segment is called disease control. As we grow older, our ability to fight infections becomes much weaker. But our goal is to stay stronger and have resistance against these diseases and be immune to them. Do you want an immune system of people in their 20s? Well, this is how you get there. Our muscles are not just for moving. They contain these tiny powerhouses called mitochondria. Mitochondria helps us to stay healthy. When we exercise and flex our muscles, they release chemicals called myokines that travel throughout our body. These myokines provide many benefits, like preventing excess fat, fighting diseases, suppressing cancers, and improving our immune system. Our muscles are very essential in our fight against the diseases and the aging. To live a healthy and fulfilling life without relying too much on medication, it's very important to do strength training as well as endurance training, along with clean, nutrient-dense foods. Our next segment is strength training for longevity and mitochondria. So strength training is not just for building muscles. It can actually enhance our longevity by improving the health of our power cells, which I just spoke about, mitochondria. Our muscles are like home to trillions of these mitochondria. And like I mentioned, mitochondria are one of the primary sources that provide our bodies the energy, and our bodies need them to run smoothly. As we get older, the mitochondria begins to malfunction and break down, accelerating the aging process. But any form of exercise, strength training or endurance training, stimulates our muscles to repair their broken mitochondria, build new ones, recharge our energy levels, and pushing back against aging. So regular strength training, along with the endurance training, promotes the production and the function of mitochondria, increasing their efficiency and the overall cellular health. Our next segment is strength training as cardio. I know a lot of folks around me, my friends, say that they hate cardio. They hate to run, they hate to bike. It could be any form of cardio, they just hate it. So folks who hate cardio, they can use strength training as a form of cardio. They can use strength training as a cardiovascular workout. Some of the ways that you can use strength training as cardio are you can do bodyweight exercises, you can do low impact, low weight exercises, you can use the bands, you can use kettlebells, you can basically use low weights and do high repetitions. For an instance, you're trying to do a bicep curl. Pick any weight that's pretty light for you and do high number of repetitions, probably 20 to 25 repetitions for each set, and do 3 to 4 sets. So it can be any muscle group, your arms, your shoulders, your back, your legs. You can use low weights and you can do high repetitions with minimal rest period. It'll bring your heart rate up like very high, and this will significantly increase your cardiovascular health. Our next segment is strength training for muscle building. So when you engage in resistance training, you create microscopic tears in your muscle fiber. And these tears undergo repair and recovery process, leading to muscle growth and increased strength. So whether your goal is to gain strength or improve athletic performance or move faster, like explosive movements, or simply feel stronger, strength training is the most powerful tool for that. A lot of people struggle to build muscle because it is fucking hard. It's like way harder when compared with losing fat. So even if you're hitting gym consistently with your nutrition being spot on, your sleep being spot on, your recovery being spot on, yet you're going to see very small progress in terms of muscle building because it's that hard. People with the greatest looking physique, it took years and years for them to build all of that. So building muscle, the strategy is very simple. All you have to do is maintain good form, do the compound exercises and progressive overload. But just keep one thing in mind. Even if you're able to build 1 pound of muscle per year, that's success because that's progress. So don't get disheartened if you are one of those guys who's been hitting the gym consistently but you haven't seen much progress in building muscle. You'll get there soon. Our next segment is strength training for women. To all the strong women out there, let me dispel a common myth. You probably read and see all this news and content on internet that strength training is not good for women's hormonal health, but that's not true. In fact, strength training can have numerous positive effects on your body. Strength training helps you regulate hormonal levels such as estrogen and progesterone, leading to improved menstrual cycles and overall hormonal balance. And it also supports the bone health, which is especially very important for women, as you're very prone to conditions like osteoporosis, where your bones become weak and brittle. Strength training will help you build that bone stronger and bigger, and it has a huge benefit on your muscles. And the second myth is that I've heard and I've also read out there in the internet that strength training can bulk you up. So that's also not true. It's not going to bulk you up unless one of your goals is to become a bodybuilder, where you're going to have a very separate training plan and nutrition plan and all of that. If you're doing regular strength training, you're not going to become bulkier. And by birth, you're way stronger mentally and physically compared to men. So strength training will make you even more stronger. And like I mentioned in my previous segment, it's so hard to build muscles. And it takes a lot of years, a lot of effort. So please don't worry about becoming bulky and etc. But I strongly recommend all of you to do strength training. So start to hit the gym or do weights at home, get stronger and kick the ass of those men. Well, only when they annoy you, not all the time. Our next segment is strength training for fat loss. When it comes to fat loss, many people turn to cardio exercises such as running, biking, swimming, rowing, walking, etc. Like I mentioned in my previous episode, running or any sort of cardio has huge benefits, both to your cardiovascular health and to maintain your body weight as well. However, strength training can be even more effective in shedding all of those unwanted pounds and all that unwanted fat that's stored in your body. So how does it work? Well, as you build lean muscle mass through strength training, your body's resting metabolic rate increases, which means your body needs a lot of energy and oxygen to maintain those muscles. This means you're literally burning a lot of calories during your rest period too. If you're lifting really hard, you burn a lot of calories, and you're still burning a lot of calories after your workout in your rest period. So that's one of the biggest benefits of strength training. Unlike cardio, where you're burning your most calories during that workout, and you're technically not burning a lot of calories in your rest period. So it's like, by doing strength training, you are turning your body into a fat burning furnace. And now when you add those cardio sessions, could be your running, biking, rowing, or etc., along with your strength training, it's like adding cream on top. This will take your fat loss efforts to another level. This will help you burn that last bit of the stubborn fat. We usually struggle a lot to remove that last bit of fat accumulated around our belly. So strength training amalgamated with cardio is the ultimate way of exercising and helping your body stay healthy and fit. Our next segment is improved sleep and fat burning. Are you one of those folks who are struggling with sleep? Strength training might be your answer. Regular exercise, including strength training, has been shown to improve sleep quality. So when you train really hard at the gym, your muscles are going to use most of the oxygen that your body is going to generate. So after the exercise, you tend to fall asleep. Personally, for me, when I do my strength training, I train really hard. So a few hours after that, I have my meal and that's it. I just get squashed out. And this is my personal experience, that I'm so used to sleeping after strength training. So many days if I don't do my strength training, I find it hard to go to bed. Also, the benefits extend beyond the night. Strength training boosts your metabolism, resulting in increased fat burning even during the periods that you're sleeping. So train hard, eat well, and sleep peacefully. Our next segment is strength training for bones. Strong bones are the foundation of a healthy body, and strength training plays a vital role in maintaining bone density. So as you grow older, your bone density tends to decrease. In order to have and maintain that good bone density even as you grow older, strength training is mandatory. By doing regular strength training, it stimulates the bones to become stronger and denser. And as we age, this is going to help us reduce fractures and conditions such as decrease in bone density and the bones becoming weak and brittle. Also, if you're an endurance athlete, like you're just running or you're just biking without doing any strength training, I would strongly recommend you to incorporate strength training too, because if you see all those runners and bikers who are just doing cardio without any strength training, you see them really weak as they grow older, because the muscles and bones tend to get weaker with the age, and a lot of other side effects of just doing cardio and not doing strength training. So strength training will help you recover a little faster, and this will help you prevent big injuries, and like I mentioned, it'll help you stay stronger and help your bones become stronger and denser. Our next segment is frequency, rest, and recovery. Now that we understand the benefits of strength training, let's discuss how often you should engage in strength training. So this purely depends on your goal. If you're trying to just maintain, and if you're not trying to push too hard, incorporate strength training 3 or 4 times a week. If your goal is to become bigger, have bigger muscles, become more stronger, you should do the strength training 4 to 5 times a week. However, it is equally important to allow for rest days between these sessions, because no matter how strong you train, how much you push in the gym, your muscles build only during your recovery period. So your rest and recovery are crucial for your muscle growth and your muscle repair. And without proper recovery, you risk getting overtrained and potential injuries. So my recommendation is engage in strength training 4 to 5 times a week. Make sure you also do your cardio 3 to 4 times a week and have a rest day so that you can recover faster. For instance, you can do any sort of cardio, walk, run, bike for 20 to 25 minutes in the morning and hit the gym in the evening for like 45 minutes, 3 to 4 times a week. And make sure you follow some sort of training plan for your cardio and for your strength training. Our next segment is training session duration and intensity. And this is again purely dependent on your goal. If you're just looking to maintain, you're not going to push yourself, 30 minutes is good enough. But if you're going to train hard, you're going to push yourself, 60 to 90 minutes is more than enough. I see a lot of folks, I personally did a mistake a couple of years ago. I used to work out, I used to do strength training for 2 hours, 5 days a week. And I later realized that it was a huge mistake that I did, because neither was able to build bigger muscles, nor was able to become bigger. The only thing that happened was I was always tired. I wasn't lifting heavier. I was lifting moderate, but I was doing very long training sessions. So basically, I was probably just warming up my muscles. So if you're training more than 90 minutes, that means you're not training hard. So basically, you should get the fuck out of the gym anywhere between 60 to 90 minutes. And whether you train in the morning, if you train in the evening, it's completely personal preference. I personally do my cardio in the morning because it'll wake me up, keep me more focused and sharp for the rest of the day. And I love to do my strength training exercises in the evening because like I explained, it helps me sleep better. And if you don't have time, you can finish your cardio after your strength training, which there are a lot of researches that it's more beneficial in terms of fat burning when you do your cardio, the 20-25 minutes of cardio right after your strength training. Our next segment is strength training from scratch and progressing. If you're new to strength training, don't worry, everyone starts somewhere. We all make mistakes and we learn from them. I did so many fucking mistakes and I still do a lot of mistakes, but eventually I am learning from all those mistakes. It could be anything, your form, like I said, your training duration, your training sets, your training plan, etc. etc. So if you're a beginner, begin with bodyweight exercises or low weight exercises, or you have the TRX bands or you have the regular bands. So first, master your form properly, master the technique properly. Once you gain confidence, you can gradually increase the weights that you're lifting, which is called the progressive overload. And you can also increase the level of your exercise. If you're not training hard, make sure you train super hard. So keep it simple. Don't worry too much about all that science behind, oh, your legs should be positioned at 45 degrees, your arm should be curled in this way, you should bend in so and so way. Don't worry about all of that. Strength training is very simple. All you have to do is make sure your form is right, make sure your technique is right, and make sure every set that you do is almost to failure or a failure set. So that's when your muscles are going to get activated. Your neurons are going to work towards the failure sets. So strength training is very simple, but we just make it complicated. All people around us make it very complicated. Our next segment is strength training for moderate lifters. For all those who are already familiar with strength training, it is very important to continuously push yourself and avoid hitting plateaus. Incorporate techniques such as progressive overload, where you gradually increase your weight, gradually increase your intensity of your workout. Experiment with different training sets like supersets, drop sets, DTP, and challenge yourself for every set. Because remember, the growth happens outside your comfort zone. If you're having a bad day, go to the gym, talk to that iron, it'll give you that answer. And that 60 to 90 minutes in the gym, make sure you make the most out of it. Give everything that you have, train with utmost intensity, make every rep and every set count, and make sure you have the mind to muscle connection. Let's say you're doing a bicep curl. With every curl, your entire concentration should be on that curl. Your mind and your muscle should be with you in that curl. Feel that curl, feel that muscle. So keep this in mind while you're training. Form, technique, mind to muscle connection are the heart and soul to build bigger muscles and to become bigger. Try not to use the phone, try not to use any sort of music. Give everything you have into your muscle, into your exercise, and enjoy every rep and every set in the gym and see the wonders that's going to make for you. That brings us to the end of this enlightening episode on strength training. Remember, it's just not about the physical changes. Strength training has a transformative effect both on your mental and emotional well-being as well. So seize the opportunity to unleash your inner strength and unlock your full potential. I hope this episode has sparked some amount of curiosity and motivated you to embark on your strength training journey. And remember, we don't stop moving because we get old. We get old because we fucking stop moving. Thank you so much for tuning into the Active Hour podcast. And until next time, stay strong, keep pushing forward, and keep reaching your goals.